Thanks, Andrew.
Well, Jen, I guess I'll just start. What was that?
What was what?
That 19-point lead that just kind of hit the skids.
Well, in this conference, anytime you get a road win, you got to be thankful. But we got to learn some lessons. Playing without Elise Williams today against a team that we know is going to just they have the personality of their coach. They're just going to get after you. She's so intense, so passionate. We knew at some point they were going to come. And, when with a minute and a half to go in the half and we're comfortably in the lead and we've got a few of foul trouble and we kind of make some mass substitutions, I think they kind of, were almost like piranhas in water. Like they feasted. We had held them to 2 points in that second quarter. And then we turned the ball over, I think 4 straight possessions and they go on a 10-0 run or 8-0 run or whatever. So, not pretty, but when you can, gut it out and not fold when that happens, shows a lot of character for our team. I thought Liv Samuel's leadership on our team, our kids were exhausted. Just such a short rotation at the point. Thank God Kaya Harrison's back. But the kid hasn't played those kinds of minutes because of, missing so long that, she got tired. And so still I think she really handled it well. She got into a little bit of foul trouble, which was concerning. Jewel was exhausted. Now it's enjoy the win. Never be satisfied, learn some lessons and, get some rest and recovery tomorrow and see what we can do on Sunday.
How proud are you on the defensive stand there in the final 17 seconds to, they're down 1 point and they advance the ball, have 17 seconds to go, get at least a couple looks at it. Yep. And then get the ball back with 2 seconds underneath the basket and you guys don't even allow them a shot. How good did that feel?
I told him in the couple of timeouts, like, look, we've relied on our defense all year. Not that I thought we were going to do that going into the season. I thought we were going to be this really good offensive team and we've had to rely on it. And that's something non-conference taught us. We could. We really emphasized tonight getting out to a fast start. We've had a couple bad starts in our league games. And so, kudos, we were able to do that. But I agree with you. Like the fact that we got stops, they called a timeout again, got another option, got another opportunity. And I'll tell you, our kids were locked in. We knew what they were running. Liv Samuel getting everybody together, reminding them what's about to happen. And then we're scrappy and we get our hands on the ball and like you said, you don't even give them an option to get a shot up that could have been a heartbreaker. And that's what you want in that situation is no shot at all. Oh, I lost you.
You're muted.
Yeah,
sorry.
There you go.
I did the opposite. I guess with 17 seconds left and they advanced the ball, your thought process is to hold on to your timeout. And if they happen to put something in the bucket, then you can call a timeout and you can advance the ball, right?
Yeah, we already had Erin, my associate head coach and kind of one of my offensive coordinators, if you will. She and I work on the offense, had already had our play ready to go. Coach, if they score, we're ready. I was like, well, we got to worry about getting the timeout first in the press break. And if we didn't score, we felt like they would probably foul us on the rebound, which we were emphasizing every timeout too. Like we have to go get it with 2 hands and secure it because they're going to foul you. They have to. We were trying to kind of hold that. And then, I tried to hold on to one as long as I could, just knowing late game, if we get a rebound, we need to be able to call it. Cause that team is just, they just play so aggressively and, it's so different. And I thought they did a really good job taking us out of our offensive flow completely. I don't know how many times we almost had a shot clock violation, but kudos early. We were really fluid and going, and Christina was got going early, and we just got to stay confident and not get rattled when we do turn the ball over a couple times. But overall, I just thought we played with I challenged them today to play with some passion and to go out there and just be fearless. And I told them one of the timeouts, like, they think you're scared now, and we can't play scared. We got to play like we're confident. We expect to win. We visualize ourselves winning. So, couldn't be more excited with the way it came. The boards were a big emphasis for us. We've played 3 conference games and we haven't won a rebounding battle yet. And today we were winning the battle the entire game. And it was an emphasis in every single timeout. It's something we did last week, box out drills every day. Because it's just, you just you got to control that piece of things. That's something you can control.
Hey, Coach, you kind of touched on it, this being a character win for you guys on the road. What does that mean for your team moving forward to fight that adversity and still be able to pull out the victory?
Well, I think it means a lot because we were on the other end of that in our first home game against Florida State. We were down 16 and we just, you flip that script and you tell them like, look, guys, we know this can be done. Don't let it, we got to, all it's going to take is one time getting to the bucket and getting it, and I give our kids a lot of credit. We tried to drive a couple of times and get fouls and they do a good job taking charges. So I thought that really affected us at a key point in the game. And then I thought Jules Spears' drive and 3-point play was kind of the momentum, almost like the confidence, like, all right, we got this type thing. And I just, in this league, like, I'll say it again, like you're up, we're up as big as we are. We score 17 in both first quarters. Like you think you just can't ever think it's going to be easy because it's just not. It's not going to be easy. There's great players in this league. There's great coaches, and they have the ability to kind of run some different lineups that throw you different looks. And tonight we were a little shorthanded at the point guard position in particular, which is a tough thing against a Miami team that's going to press you for 40 minutes. And they may do it early and it not affect you like it didn't at first. But then as you're starting to get tired, they start feasting. And we talked about that and we knew that. And so it was kind of just reminding them, look, take a deep breath. We're okay. And we changed up who was taking the ball out of bounds. We changed up who was, and just tried to keep our kids fresh and knowing like, hey, we got this. And the last time out, I told him, I said, like, look, we have 5 young ladies on the floor that can all score. Like, we don't have to just stand and watch. And again, give them credit. I thought they did a great job really denying us and getting physical with us and making us play around the perimeter. And then they kind of sat on Christina's left hand there towards the end when we tried to go to her a couple times, and they've got some size, so that's tough to score over.
Coach, is it fair to ask if did Elise make the trip or is she back in Winston?
Yeah, she had some kind of stomach issue last night. We think it was just a little bit of not whatever she ate didn't set well with her. As soon as we ate last night, we did our Secret Santa last night, had a fun time with the team. And as soon as we left that, she went right to Scott's room and said something just didn't feel right in her stomach. And so unfortunately, she battled that through last night, was throwing up throughout the night a little bit. And, she came, she was going to try, didn't want to not be on the bench, but, she tried a little bit warm ups and just said, she had her shoes on and was willing to, lace them up if we had to, but, it's just one of those things where you kind of, you're thankful that that's what it is, but, hopefully we'll get some fluids in her. She'll get some rest tonight and tomorrow. We're staying here in Miami tomorrow and then not flying back down up to Tallahassee until Saturday. We don't have classes going on right now. This was kind of our fun trip, if you will, to a nice warm weather place. We hear it's a little cold back home and maybe some bad weather. So we're excited about that. And we got plenty of time to get some rest on these legs for all of them. Cause I know Jewel was really tired. Kaya was really exhausted. So we've got some, rehab, recovery, that kind of stuff to do and get regrouped, ready to go against a team that hasn't played since we played them last. Like this, Miami hadn't played since December 12th. So we're trying to go all in scouting reports that are a month old. Again, give our kids credit. They locked in and really focused in on who's the shooter, who's the drivers, plays we knew they were going to run. And you're going to play a Florida State team you played 2 weeks ago. It's a quick turnaround on a scout. So that's good because it's not going to be exhausting mentally. But you're playing a Florida State team that Morgan Jones will be there now because she was out when we played them the first time. So I doubt seriously she's still out in protocol. You got to kind of relock in and reintroduce her back to our team. We prepped for her. We didn't know she wasn't going to be here until game day. They put the starters in basically. So, I'm sure they're a little mad. They want to get back at us. I thought we played pretty well down there last year. After we lose in this close game at home here at Miami, we had to go to Tallahassee. We had some nightmare trip. We flew in, had to fly back because fog. So we learned that. And that's why we're not flying tonight. We'll just stay in Miami. They'll be hungry because they haven't got to play since then. They didn't go up and play Syracuse, and then their game against Clemson tonight, I think, got called off too. So I don't know what COVID issues they have or don't have, but what we got to do is worry about us. We got to break down this film, watch some of it, see where we can grow and learn. We're not playing our best basketball, but when you can play it in spurts, it's now trying to figure out how do we pack those onto each other? How can we play that 5-minute spurt or those 2 quarters? You know, the 1 minute and a half of the second quarter, we want to do away with the last minute and a half. So how are we able to sustain that? Is it kind of getting substitutions in quicker and rest? And I thought we did a good job of that in the first quarter. Our staff's been really working hard with that. And, you know, we've got kids who've stepped up and done a lot for us, and they're just waiting for their opportunity. I just hate that it was at a time when they were able to get after us a little bit. And you know, hopefully the next game we've learned from that, and now we know what to expect.
I'm good, coach.
Thank you guys so
Thank you,
much.
Coach.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach
you.
Hoover.
Thank you.
Best luck
Thanks,
in
guys.
Tallahassee.
Thank you.